Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm a local resident and realtor to Tampa, and I absolutely love sharing with you about this city and all the amazing things it has to offer for both those of you who already live here and for those of you still trying to decide whether or not Tampa is your next move. If you found this fun and helpful, be sure to hit the bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And if you are thinking about making a move to Tampa, click the link below to download my relocation guide or set up a time for us to talk one-on-one. If you're upgrading your life in Tampa, your budget matters a lot more than you think and not in the way that you expect. Because most people assume if they double their budget, they're going to double their lifestyle. And unfortunately, that is not how this market works. And this is where I see people get it right or quietly regret their move later. So let's break this down in a real way. Not just square footage, not just price, but how your actual day-to-day life changes at each level. Let's start with the this works price point. Around $600,000 in Tampa, you're in a solid, livable, comfortable situation. This is where a lot of move-up buyers and relocators land when they're coming from something smaller, older, or they're just ready for a change. You're typically looking in areas like Seminole Heights, Tampa Heights, south of Gandy and South Tampa, Ballast Point, and maybe even Carolwood. And what you're getting is 3 to 4 bedrooms, decent square footage, established neighborhoods with character, homes that may be updated or might still a little bit need some work, and it works. That's the best way to describe it. But here's the part people don't always expect. You're still making compromises. Maybe it's not the exact street or pocket that you wanted. Maybe it's a home that isn't fully updated, or it's a smaller lot or space, or it's a neighborhood that's good, but not quite where you pictured yourself long-term. And this is where expectations matter. Because if you're coming from out of state thinking $600,000 is gonna feel like a luxury upgrade, it's probably not. It's a good move, it's a smart move, but it's not a dramatic lifestyle shift. Now here is where lifestyle actually starts to change once you cross into that $900,000 to $1 million range. This is where things start to feel different. Not just better on paper, but better in how you live. You're typically looking in areas like Palmacia, the Channel District, Harbour Island, and now you're getting more desirable central locations, homes that are more updated or newer, better layouts that actually fit how you live now, walkability in some areas, and more of a lifestyle feel versus just a house. And here's the key difference. You start feeling more settled, more comfortable, more like, okay, this actually fits my life. Maybe you're closer to restaurants, maybe you're in a neighborhood that feels more connected, maybe your home just functions better day to day. But even here, people can still get caught off guard because $1 million in Tampa is not $1 million everywhere else. Depending on where you're coming from, it can either feel like a huge upgrade or wait, I thought I'd get more. And that gap right there is where people either feel great about their decision or slightly disappointed. Now here is where it feels different level once you move into the $1.5 to $2 million range. Now you're not just upgrading your home, you're upgrading your environment. You're typically looking in areas like Davis Islands, Hyde Park, Bayshore Beautiful, and Beach Park and Sunset Park along the West Shore corridor. And now you're getting prime Tampa locations, waterfront or near water access in some cases, high-end finishes, custom or newer construction on larger lots, more privacy, and more intention in design. And this is where people finally feel like this is the lifestyle I was picturing. Your surroundings match your expectations. Your day-to-day feels elevated, and you're not thinking about what you wish was different. Now, this is where Tampa changes again, and it's another level beyond that. True luxury in Tampa. I'm talking about places like Culbreath Isles and Avila. This is where you're getting gated, highly exclusive communities, custom estates, waterfront properties with serious presence, privacy, security, and a completely different level of living. At this point, you're not just buying a home. You're buying into a lifestyle and a level of access that's very specific. Now here's the part that nobody really explains before you move. The difference between $600,000, $1 million, and $2 million in Tampa is not just a house. It's how you feel living there. At $600,000, you're making it work. At $1 million, you're getting comfortable. At $2 million and more, you're getting intentional. And at that true luxury level, you're getting exactly what you want without compromises. But if you don't know what you actually want your life to feel like, you can very easily spend more money and not be any happier. Now, this is where people get it wrong, what most buyers focus on, and that's price, square footage, and features. But the people who are happiest with their move focus on location first, lifestyle second, and house third. Because you can always upgrade the house later, but you cannot fix where you live. And I've seen people buy the perfect house in the wrong area for their life. And that's where regrets start. So how do you actually start to think about your budget? Instead of asking, what can I get for my budget? You should be asking, what kind of life do I want here? And what does that cost? Do you want walkability? Do you want a quiet space? Do you want water access? Do you want a social environment? Because those answers are going to determine your budget way more than anything else. If you're trying to figure out what that actually looks like for your situation, whether you're relocating here or upgrading within Tampa, that's a very different conversation than just looking at homes online. And that's where I can help you get really clear before you make a move. Because the goal isn't just to buy a better house, it's to build a better life here. And those are not always the same thing.